This is the plaintiff, Robert Anglesey. He says he's known the defendant for 25 years. And friend or no friend, the guy owes him money for a loan he gave him, and he won't pay. That's right. He gave the defendant some money. He promised to pay it back in 4 days, and then the guy turned his phone off and vanished. He tried to help a man in need out and was screwed over. So he's suing him here in this court for the $700 he's owed. This is the defendant, Ray. He says the plaintiff was the one who fell on hard times, so he drove him around to appointments and things for about 1.5 years. Then, when he told the plaintiff he'd be unable to continue giving him rides, the louse filed this lawsuit. Owe the plaintiff money? Fat chance the plaintiff owes him money. He's accused of defriending a friend. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $5,000 for all he's out.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket. The plaintiff says his good friend stiffed him on a loan, but the defendant says he drove the plaintiff around for more than 1 year, and when he got tired of it, the plaintiff filed a bogus lawsuit. It's the case of You're Driving Me Crazy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Robert Anglesey, you are suing your friend Ray, you've asked to be referred to only as Ray, for $700, $400 of it a loan that you made to him, and $300 of it attorney's fees. You have a counterclaim against him for $5,000, $900 for driving him around, and $4,100 for harassing you. Okay, what's going on, gentlemen?
Okay, I know the defendant here we had business dealings, not a friend, just business dealings. And
What kind of business dealings?
he sold a house that I owned for me, and he arranged the purchase of another house.
Is he a realtor? Okay.
Yes, he's a realtor.
So go on.
And I'm suing him back because he begged me to loan him $400. Let me back up. I lent him $300 one time. He said, I'll give it back to you in 2 or 3 days, which he did. So
Didn't you find it peculiar that your realtor was asking you for a $300 loan?
Yes, because he fell on some hard times.
Okay.
You know, his house was foreclosed, another piece of property was foreclosed. So, you know, I kind of felt bad for him, so I said, let me help him out.
All right.
So I lent him
Where
the money.
were you seeing him?
I'm sorry?
Were you guys friends at this point? Were you seeing it? Like,
No, we were just business associates.
you would just run into him?
Yes.
Okay. Or he would call you specifically?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So you loaned him $300. He paid that back, and then
paid that
shortly
back.
thereafter, he asked you to loan him $400.
$400.
Okay.
Which he said, I'll give it back to you the same deal, a couple of days.
Okay.
Well, it's been 2 months.
And he hasn't paid you back?
No, he's paid
Okay.
nothing.
Did he loan you $400?
I don't recall that, no.
What do you mean you don't recall that?
No. I never borrowed $400
Okay. Why is he saying that you did?
to harass me.
So, defendant says, I don't recall that. Is that like saying, I did take money from him?
I believe so, because if he didn't, then he would have just said no straight up.
Pretty much that's the answer going inside the courtroom.
Why is he wanting to harass you?
Because I gave him rides to his probation meeting for about 1.5 years.
What kind of probation?
Criminal?
No, I
I'd
was
let
up
him
for-
answer that. I don't
Excuse
wanna-
me.
Yeah.
I was up for not registering firearms. You know, they were not stolen, they were not nothing, they were
Okay.
just, I failed to register them with the police.
Okay, go ahead.
Anyway, yes, I know Bob for 30 years. I sold a couple houses for him, sold him the house that his wife still lives in. And he called me, hadn't seen him for a while, called me out of the clear blue.
Did you borrow $300 from him?
Did and paid him back, yes.
And you paid that back.
Yes.
And then he says you borrowed another $400. You're saying that's a lie. And I'm
I
asking
don't-
you, why would he lie?
Well, I don't think he's lying. I don't think he remembers. I haven't seen Bob in months. He said it was 2 months ago. I haven't seen him in 9 months at least. I stopped giving him rides. I couldn't.
Why
afford-
were you giving him rides?
He was paying somebody $100 a trip. I said I'd do it for half, and I never
So
was paid
would
anything.
you give him a ride and would he pay you half?
Never paid me anything.
So
and,
why'd you keep doing it?
Trying to be a friend. I know
I
he
have no
felt-
idea what you're saying. Are you saying that you paid back the $400 through the work that you did for him?
No.
You're saying you never borrowed the $400?
Right.
And you're saying he's making up this case against
I
you
don't-
because he's mad at you because you told him I'm not driving you anymore.
Exactly.
Why did you tell him you weren't driving anymore?
I didn't really tell him. I just stopped answering the calls, and he's been.
So now I'm asking you, why were you going to stop driving him?
I couldn't, afford to do it anymore. I'm working 2 jobs. At this point, I have 5 kids, including triplets. So I'm a pretty busy guy. Trying to stay on my feet. Yeah, I lost my house. I had cancer, had to close my business that I ran for 20 years. So I've been through a lot.
What is your counterclaim against him for? $900 for driving him? How are you going to prove how many times you drove him?
It was about a year and a half, maybe
No,
longer.
how are you going to prove it? Not what are you going to say?
I don't think he would disagree that I took him.
Okay, watch this. Did you ever agree to pay him $50 a trip for driving you around?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, so I guess he disagrees. So now, tell me
Ask
about
him
the
if I took
harassment
him.
that you're suing him for.
Ask him if I drove him for.
Oh, I don't think he's going to deny that. Did he drive you?
Yes, he did.
Okay, there we go. So now what?
Okay, well, I
so
drove
now
him.
tell me about the harassment, $4,000 harassment, which you just amended today. Tell me about that.
I just did that today because yesterday, late in the afternoon, I got another harassing phone call from Bob where he started to yell obscenities and whatnot. He's been doing this for at least 9 months.
Did you record it?
No.
Okay. Was it on your message recorder?
I never thought I was going to end up in court.
No. Last night you knew you were going to end up in court. I don't know why you're saying
no,
that.
I picked
so
up the-
you say he called you last night. Do you have any proof of it on your phone?
Probably. I mean, the call came in with his number.
Right.
Yeah, I
So
picked it
can
up,
you just-
and he started yelling, and I just hung it up.
Hello. Get your phone out and show me how he called you.
It was my home phone. Okay. I still have a home phone. I had the number for 30 years.
Okay.
Your Honor, may
Did
I?
you call him last night?
I believe I did, yes.
Okay. What'd you do when you called him last night? What'd you say?
I have no idea.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm serious.
All right. You tell me what he said.
I'd rather not.
Oh, I'd rather you do.
Yes. Basically, you know, I hung up after that. I didn't need to hear anymore. He's left messages like that on my wife's cell phone, on my home phone, with my family sitting in the living room.
Stop calling him.
He's called at 5
Stop
o'clock
calling
in the
him.
morning.
All right,
hung
and
up.
then tell me, do you have any proof of the money loaned?
Somewhat, yes.
Okay, let me see.
He asked me for cash because he's collecting something from the state, I don't know, welfare or something.
I'm
So he says-
retired. I
he
use
says-
Social
stop.
Security.
He says,
I
I
need to
don't want a
stop.
check, I want cash. So I made out a check to myself. I gave him the cash, the $400, and
Okay, does that check just say it's $400 to you?
it's just a memo on the bottom. It
Let
says-
me see the memo. That's the, no, hand it to my bailiff. So that's the microfiche. They don't use that anymore. That's the scan from the bank? Yeah, except somebody wrote that afterwards because the ink is different. Loan to Ray.
That's close.
Yeah, and it's $350, not $4.
Well, I had $50 in my pocket, so
Okay.
I made it 400. was
Yeah,
the total.
is this a sum total of your proof of a loan?
That's the only thing I have.
Gentlemen, neither one of you have proof of what you are saying in each of your cases against the other one. And that's a problem, okay? You're suing for $300 in attorney's fees. Where'd that come from?
I had to consult
Can
with
I
my...
please see proof of $300 in attorney's fees?
No, he didn't send me the bill yet. I just talked to him on the phone. He says,
All
a bill
right,
is
gentlemen,
forthcoming.
we're done here. In court, I operate on proof, and that means that when you come to court, and I just have 2 sets of flapping gums that are saying 2 opposite things, and nobody's probably going to win their cases, okay? On your claim against him, I find that you haven't proved it, and on your claim against him, I find the same. Good luck, gentlemen.
Thank you.
So it's a 0-0 tie here in the People's Court today. The plaintiff has come out.
Yes.
You understand the judge's decision? You had no proof.
Yeah.
You need evidence.
That's all I have is what I gave her. It's
Yeah,
a
well,
copy of the check.
that didn't work.
No, that
so
didn't work.
I'm sorry for you, okay?
I tried to help somebody out, and I get screwed.
Well, he helped you too, so.
No, he didn't help me.
Well, he drove you around a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in payment of work I did on his house 3 years ago, which he never paid me for, so
Well, you didn't bring that up. Okay, all right.
that was the reason.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. The defendant's on his way out of the courtroom. All right, the same thing. You need evidence to prove. So, and
Never
you had
thought
none.
I'd go to court. I never thought I would be in court. I was just trying to do
Well, surprise.
an old
You're
friend
here.
a favor.
Okay.
Learned a lesson, I guess.
Yeah, all right. Well, listen, thank you very much.
Thanks.
Sorry you didn't prevail in your lawsuit, and that's it. Harvey, 0-0 tie.
Okay, I've been down in the street for a long time, for years, and the judge never comes down. Guess who's here, guys? Come on out! This is the judge! Hi, sweetheart. Oh, how you doing? Meet the judge! Okay, one question for the judge, quick.
What's your favorite food?
My favorite food, Cuban food. You know, what's it going to be?
Oh, actually, I love that question. Favorite drink? Mojito.
Mojito.
There you go. See how well I know her? See you next time.